Let's bring in Florida GOP Congressman Byron Donalds. He's a member of the House Budget Committee. Congressman, good morning. Happy Halloween.
Good morning to you guys, and go boys.
That's right. So that makes two of us here on set. I'm glad to hear that, Congressman. I didn't know that we stand in solidarity together for the Cowboys. You know, Tuesday, that's been pushed back several times. There was some hope that Joe Biden, the Democrats on their side of the aisle, would get their deal done before he went to Europe. That didn't happen. Now it's been pushed to Tuesday. I don't know anymore if this is ever going to get done, Congressman.
I'm not sure either. And the reason why is because the deal is a crap sandwich. Every Democrat knows it. Every American knows it. Look, trying to tackle climate change is one thing, but crippling our energy infrastructure is not going to help our small businesses recover, especially coming out of the shutdown that happened in the United States associated with COVID-19. The second part of this is the social spending will make our employment problems worse. That's why moderate Democrats have been sitting on pins and needles trying not to vote for this bill. Trying to give Joe Biden a win, frankly, is irrelevant, especially if you want to talk about climate change, because the United States has cut its emissions for more than any other developed nation over the last 2 decades. We've been the leader. So why do we continue to cut our economy while the Chinese and the Russians attend virtually? It's kind of ironic. They're the only ones that's actually saving some carbon footprint, but not flying massive jets over there to go sit down and talk to each other in a room. But the truth of the matter is they can't get the votes for this bill because it is a gross, obscene hurt to our economy. It's going to hurt employment. And frankly, it's going to change our energy infrastructure at a time when we need natural gas to keep our economy going.
Congressman, if they don't pass it on Tuesday, and if Glenn Youngkin wins that race in Virginia that everyone has their eye on, how much harder does it become for them to get this done after that date?
It becomes massively harder because, look, all the polling trend is trending Glenn Youngkin's way. If you're a moderate Democrat across the United States, you know Joe Biden has no credibility with the voters. But for Glenn Youngkin to come out of nowhere and become the next governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia sends every signal to you that if you follow Joe Biden, you'll be following him right off a cliff. You will not be going back to Washington, D.C. Everybody's looking at this. I'll be surprised if they get a vote on Tuesday because everybody's going to be watching this election Tuesday night.
Man, I hope you're right, Congressman, but everyone will be watching Virginia, where the race has become about education. And you had Terry McAuliffe saying parents shouldn't be in charge of what's taught in the classrooms. This is we learn that critical race theory is being taught, even when he was governor, yet he still denies that it is being taught. When it comes to education, it wasn't front and center before for Republicans, or even in really any significant national races. What's changed, and who does it benefit?
Well, here's what happened. When you sent kids home and kept them home for a year, and by the way, that was all the fault of the teachers union, let's be very clear, parents had an opportunity to see what was actually being taught for the first time in a very, very long time. When you upset the mothers who are frankly part of the PTA, which typically are cheerleaders for what the public schools are doing, that's when you know you have a problem. And what really happened was these school board members in Loudoun County, Fairfax County, instead of apologizing or reversing course, they were obstinate, they were rude, they were disrespectful, and mothers, no matter whether you're Republican or Democrat, had had enough, and they frankly responded in kind. And so that's what's happened in Virginia. Terry McAuliffe made the wrong decision. He sided with the teachers union, which is frankly what every Democrat chooses to do, instead of siding with the kids. Because when we fund education for our children, it's about their future, not about the future of the unions.
Yeah, it's worse than that. They ended up trying to tell the parents, I think really silence them and tell them they were domestic terrorists. I mean, it's been outrageous.
Completely outrageous, never should be tolerated in our country. And unfortunately, fortunately, Terry McAuliffe is going to pay the price for that, because I believe Glenn Youngkin's going to win on Tuesday.
I do too.
We'll find out very soon. Congressman Byron Donalds, good to see you this morning. Hopefully we'll see Dak Prescott tonight. It's not looking great, but hopefully we will see Dak Prescott play Pete's team.
I'd like to see him play, too.
Thank you, Congressman.
Thank you, Congressman.
Anytime.